All right, guys. So I want to talk a little about boundaries today. For the longest time, I've had the hardest time setting any kind of boundary with anyone. I would just say yes because it was just easier. And I'm sure if you're like me, maybe sometimes you're thinking, "What's wrong with me? Why can't I just say no?" So I wanted to explain this a little bit in terms of neuroscience and give you something that you can think about the next time you're in that situation. So you're not flawed, right? Like it's just neuroscience. You're wired to avoid rejection. Not surprising. So here's what's happening when you're in that situation. So number one, your amygdala flags social tension. So it's like, for example, like saying no, and it takes that as a threat to belonging. Okay, and that activates a stress response, right? But it gets deeper than that. Your brain also runs on oxytocin, which is the hormone that promotes connection and trust, the cuddle hormone or the love hormone, it's been called, right? So when oxytocin is flowing, we want closeness. So when you even think about setting a boundary, your brain sees it number one as a risk to to that threat response. So it sees that risk, and number two, it sees it as a threat to those bonds, and it pushes back with guilt, anxiety, or people pleasing, whatever it takes. Right. So I'll give you a couple of examples. So let's take a hypothetical person named Sarah. So she keeps saying yes at work and is afraid that her team won't like her if she says no. Okay. The moment she tries to assert a boundary, her body panics, even though her rational mind said it was the right said it's the right move. And you may find yourself in that situation at work. Let's take another person. Let's call him Marcus. Okay. Every weekend, Marcus's family expects him to drop everything. And when he finally said, "I love you, but I need Sundays for rest," he felt a rush of fear, like he was betraying them. But that fear wasn't truth, it was oxytocin driven loyalty and a threat detector doing its job. So boundaries can feel like disconnection, but in reality, they're the foundation of authentic connection. So the next time your chest tightens when you try to establish a boundary, ask, is this discomfort protecting connection, or is it avoiding discomfort at the cost of myself? Hmm. That's deep, right? Is this discomfort protecting connection or avoiding discomfort at the cost of myself? Boundaries aren't barriers, they're bridges to mutual respect. All right, I'll see you in the next video.